This is your Monday video, the West Ham fans Premier League Roundup. Another episode of these. They don't always get the traction, but I like talking about other teams, and we're going off news in the Premier League. But quickly off the Premier League, Karim Benzema is leaving Real Madrid, for the first time in 15 years. After 15 years, he's leaving. By the way, just quick side note, I know you probably noticed this shirt. I'm going to be wearing the same shirt on tomorrow's video because I'm recording both of these videos on a Sunday. And you're seeing this video on a Monday, and tomorrow's video is the West Ham preview for the Fiorentina game. But anyway, Karim Benzema's left, and that leads on to who's going to replace him. Well, three players that have played in the Premier League have been talked about internally by Real Madrid. Roberto Firmino, who has left Liverpool after ending his contract. Kai Havertz, who Pochettino wants, I think, who wants to keep him at Chelsea, but come under criticism, rightly so, and been very inconsistent throughout his Chelsea career. He could be a replacement. And Harry Kane. And we're going to start with Harry Kane, because the links with the Man United thing, reported by, I forgot the guy's name, he's a reporter for Tottenham, and he's quite reliable. I forgot his name. What's his name? I don't remember his name. But he said that Levy would be reluctant to sell Kane to a Premier League rival. Now, the problem with this is, for Levy, is that he's got 1 year left. So he could go next year. He could go next year to Chelsea if he wanted to. He's not going to. He's not going to go to Chelsea. Unless he wants to have that villain arc in him and piss off the Tottenham fans. Don't get me wrong, I don't want Harry Kane to go to Chelsea because I don't like Chelsea, but I would like him to piss off the Tottenham fans because I don't like Tottenham. So it's a bit of for me, I don't know what to think of that. But I don't think that's going to happen. And going to Real Madrid would be perfect for Daniel Levy, because you've got no choice but to actually get money for him rather than selling him. Rather than letting him go for free. And it's not to a Premier League rival. It's to the Real Madrid. So Daniel Levy's got to buck up his ideas, man. Like, you can have some common sense. If Kane should leave by now, he's done a lot for the club. He wanted to leave, he kind of wanted to leave in 2021. He didn't force it enough. He wasn't good enough at forcing it. They were trying to talk about contracts and all that. No, it was never going to happen. And if he wants to win stuff, go to Real Madrid, because they're going to block your Man United move. As much as you want a Premier League record, you should go for the Champions League. And filling Benzema's shoes is a lot of pressure, but listen, he'd be perfect for the way Benzema moves around the pitch. He'll be perfect with the same with Harry Kane. With the dropping deep, the link-up play with Vinicius. And him and Vinicius would do well. If him and Son could do well, him and Vinicius would be mental. And it'll be for a couple of years and whatever. And I think that's a risk willing to take. Now, Kai Havertz can link up well sometimes, but he's very inconsistent. He can't finish. And I don't think he'd do well at Real Madrid. I think Firmino would be perfect as well. The man who drops deep as well, link-up play, finishes pacing behind. Firmino plays like a DM in a false 9 role, and that would be perfect. And obviously we spoke about Kai Havertz, obviously a Chelsea player, and we spoke about Harry Kane and Man United being linked to him. Well, a Chelsea player that could go to United is Mason Mount, and apparently that's close, according to Fabrizio Romano. Apparently Mason Mount wants to go to Real Madrid, Man United, but Man United and Chelsea still have to agree on a fee. Now, Chelsea wants 70 million, which is ridiculous for Mason Mount. But Ten Hag wants him for some reason. I don't know why. Is this the Ten Hag way? Is this the Ten Hag football that is going to have this? Apparently he wanted him when Mount was at Vitesse, because obviously Eredivisie and Ten Hag was at Ajax, so I'm trying to think that was, what was that, 17-18 season? Was it then? Was he at Ajax then? I'm not even sure. But because Mason Mount was at Derby 18-19 season, so whatever. So we'll see. Mount does have ability. He can strike a ball well. But it's like having an English Bruno Fernandes, and you don't want them two in the same midfield. Surely you want like a midfielder that's going to pick the ball off the DM, or like just a better ball carrier in general. I don't think Mason Mount's a ball carrier. I don't think he can dictate play. I don't think he can really link up well. Maybe he can. But that just confuses me. It seems like they're trying to go all English, linked to Declan Rice, linked to Mason Mount, linked to Harry Kane. Might as well just get Southgate in charge. Like, the way Man United are going. It's really confusing to see how they're going to move in the transfer window, because they need to invest well. Man United spend money, but they don't spend it well. I've heard he wants a left winger as well. That would make no sense. If you've got Rashford and Garnacho, and you're going to keep Jadon Sancho, you don't need a left winger. Or he doesn't think Sancho's good enough, or he wants to move Rashford into the middle, which doesn't make any sense. Because it's not like he thinks Garnacho isn't good enough. He's got a new contract. And, yeah, whatever, innit? But I don't understand Man United with their transfer strategy sometimes. They probably want another DM as well. They have been linked to Declan Rice. They probably want another centre-back for cover. Maguire's probably going to leave. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. Please, Maguire and McTominay, do not come to my club. But anyway, we'll move on. There's another kind of news thing with Tottenham. And I should have said this after the Harry Kane thing. But Ange Postecoglou is close to moving. Talks are going to be next 24, 48 hours. So it might be done by the time this video is uploaded, but it's recorded on a Sunday. So if there is a here we go, I was not there for it. I might do an extra video on that. But Ange Postecoglou to Tottenham. Now, Ange Postecoglou was linked to West Ham. Of course he was. Then again, so was Arne Slot. Rejected Tottenham, whatever. I don't think Postecoglou is going to reject the offer moving to Tottenham. London, Premier League, try and get the team back into Europe. Plays attacking football. His fullbacks invert. But yeah. He plays good football, and that's what Tottenham are trying to go for now. Which is what they promised to go for 2 years ago, and they got Nuno Espirito Santo. Then they got Conte, which neither appointment made sense, really, because they weren't going to back either of them. And I know they gave the managers money, but they could have gave them more, because you need more in this market. And Ange Postecoglou, as much as he's gone with little investment in Celtic, he's still going to be backed. But I think Levy, the only reason why Levy's hiring him is because he probably feels like he's not good. He doesn't have to give him that much money. Now, I don't know what Tottenham appointment is going to do well at Tottenham. So this guy could do well, this guy could do shit. Mourinho and Conte, when they both joined Tottenham, I was afraid. I was afraid that they were going to do something good. I was afraid they were going to win a trophy, because they both win stuff. But if they both don't win stuff, and they both go and they both won stuff with other people, who's the problem? It's Tottenham. Not necessarily the fact that it is Tottenham Hotspur, but it's Daniel Levy, it's their ownership, it's the way they run, their strategy. I don't know what the fuck their strategy is, but that's what confuses me about Tottenham. Is I don't know what they want to go in this direction and they want to go in this direction, and then everything is so misinformed, and there's no communication. Daniel Levy lost the fans definitely this season. They came 8th. I predicted them to come 3rd. They were meant to move up, but they didn't. So that's my opinion on the things that are going on right now. Is these Premier League roundups are now going to be transfer roundups in the Premier League, and McAllister to Liverpool is another one that's close, and that might be that might be really good for Liverpool. Ugarte to Chelsea, that could be good for Chelsea. I've only watched Ugarte against Tottenham. I couldn't watch the Arsenal game because we were playing. But I don't remember how he performed against Tottenham. I don't remember the game much. I don't remember whether he started both the Sporting Tottenham games, but whatever. I think he's a DM, so that's what they need. Enzo Fernandez isn't a DM. As much as he can fill in there, he's more of a guy who plays alongside a DM, and apparently Ugarte is that guy. I haven't watched him much, like once or twice, and I don't remember how he performed. But yeah, McAllister at Liverpool as well. That could be their Gundogan. That could be their Thiago replacement, because Thiago's fucking old. They need like 3 or 4 midfielders to get back. Excuse me. They need another centre-back. Probably, I don't think they need another attacker. I think their attack is fine. Maybe they won't cover it at full-backs as well. And it depends what formation they're going to go with. Apparently they linked to Manu Kone. Never watched him. And they linked with Kefran Turam, who's good on Football Manager, but I have not watched him in real life. So, is what it is. And McAllister is a shrewd signing, and apparently he's going to be cheap as well, which tells me that Brighton have a plan to replace him already. Because unless Dahoud is the replacement, or he's Caicedo's replacement, you just know Brighton have something in mind if they're willing to sell McAllister for cheap. But that's how Brighton moved. They moved 10 steps ahead of everyone else. And for everyone that's doing the whole Declan Rice thing to Bayern Munich, it is far from true. He's going to stay in England. So keep an eye out for the whole Declan Rice saga. For any neutral fans, unfortunately, us West Ham fans have to suffer with all of this. But that will be a topic for another day. And it's most likely going to happen after the England internationals, because players could get injured. But anyway, that will be the end of the video. Leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me, and the email for the inquiries. West Ham Fiorentina preview tomorrow. Then it'll be the West Ham Fiorentina match reaction on a Wednesday. Hopefully it's a good match reaction, a positive one. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.